What is up, YouTube? This is Bumblebee and Rad I Trust. This is a long battle, so I want to keep this shit short. Team preview, only 2 Pokemon I see that look fairly threatening on this team are actually 3, Tyranitar, Rotom, Chandelier. Battle should be starting right about now. Alright, so here we go. As you can see, we have a guest. Introduce yourself, guest.
I am Silver, IR Robot.
He does not know what love is. So, this is the Ghost Gym. This guy's gonna...
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
So this dude's gonna lead off with the Rotom Wash. I'm gonna lead off with my Azo. Go for the modest fucking Psychic. Just to see what it does, and it does a good chunk to this obvious choice scarfed fucking Rotom. Why he's using Thunder in a non-rain team, I don't know, but he gets the paralysis, and I'm like, you're gay. So I'm just gonna allow Azelf to stay in and just take the hit to die, because, yeah, he's now useless to me. He goes for the Volt Change, kills me off. Actually, he's not Scarfed. Then what the fuck is this dude? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't ever want to dance again.
Shut the fuck up, Silver.
No, read them.
Oh, I think I know what this guy has on him. He has wide lens. That's why he was asking, like, what he should put on his... That's why he was asking what was better, wide lens or whatever that move is that allows you to, like, higher chance of crit. I mean, that item. So, yeah. He goes into Tyranitar, since now I can see what he brings out. I have the obvious, like priority of switching, because I can know what to bring out against this Tyranitar. And I go in the Gastrodon, he goes Earthquake. I take the Earthquake very, very well with, like, not even half damage. So Gastrodon's just doing his thing. Nah.
Oh.
You could.
It's no big deal.
So he's going for Dragon Dance, and I was expecting him to switch out when he saw how much Earthquake, like, how much it didn't do. And I went for Ice Beam, and that's not going to do shit. I was expecting him to go something else. But he didn't. He, like, stayed in. And I was like, oh my god, could this guy actually be good? And he goes for a second Dragon's Dance, and I'm like, alright, so it's obvious he's just going to try setting up in my face, so I'm going to go for a Toxic on this little bitch-ass Pokemon. So, yeah, he gets Toxic. That's all cool. It's all good in the neighborhood. You know how it is.
Yes, sir.
Yep, pretty much. So I'm like, alright, this thing is a bitch. I hate you, Tyranitar. So yeah, he goes for Earthquake, and I'm like, I'll just go for a recover off the damage, and just let him start taking... Or actually, no, I go for Earth Power. I don't even know what happens here. I wasn't paying attention in this battle, really. I really wasn't. I didn't start paying attention until the end when I really needed to, because, like, shit wasn't starting to look good. But pull out a win, so it's cool. Even though it's a 4-0, just ruin it. Spoilers! Spoilers!
Spoilers is so wrong, good sir. We're supposed to leave them in suspense.
Shut up.
So the
Earth Power, like, does a good chunk, and I'm like, alright, he's obviously gonna go for Earthquake, and I don't want my gas.
You clearly are not good at recording commentary at this point if you keep spoiling everything.
Shut the fuck up. So, like, I don't want to lose my Gastrodon, and the obvious Earthquake is obvious Earthquake, so I'm like, alright, I'll just go into my Togekiss, let the Toxic kill him off. Toxic kills him off. He goes into Rotom, and I switch out because I don't want to face a fucking Rotom. And if I was paying any attention in the match, I would have known the thing wasn't Scarfed, and I probably could have took it out. So now he goes into Hydro Pump. Predicted. Actually, I didn't predict that. I was expecting to go for an electric move, but he went for Hydro Pump, which was even better. And he just gives my Gastrodon a +1 base, well, a +1 special attack boost. Yep, and he goes for a Will-O-Wisp on the Gastrodon, and I'm like, boy, what you doing? You must not know. I don't pack physical moves, you silly mofo. So I'll go for Recover. That Will-O-Wisp
still gets to rack up damage.
A little bit, but I can just recover it off.
True.
So I go for Recover, and I'm like, yeah. And I really don't know why he has a Tyranitar on a Ghost team. He really has nothing that benefits from it but Tyranitar and Golurk, and Golurk doesn't even really benefit from it. He just doesn't take damage from it.
That's true.
And he's basically just like the... What gym was it that had another sand team, but they didn't benefit from it at all, and I just fucked them over?
Wasn't that... Ground?
No, Rock. So
Well,
now...
how did the Rock team not benefit from Sandstorm?
no, he had 2 Pokemon on the Rock team that didn't benefit from it at all. And he probably could have, like, beat me if they would have benefited from it, but they didn't. So he goes in the Spirit Tomb, and I completely missed what this thing just did, so I'm not even going to try to say. So I go for Earth Power after... Did I Toxic this thing? Yeah, I did Toxic it, but I have no idea what he did. He may have went for a Calm Mind. He goes for a Hypnosis on my burnt Gastrodon, and then he's like, fuck, I forgot, you can't, like, put him to sleep or give him another status ailment if they already have one, and I'm like, dirt, so the burn actually just kind of saved me there. And I'm like, yeah, so your Spirit Tomb's pretty much fucked, dude. Earth Powers is, like, doing a good chunk, and Toxic is gonna start doing a good chunk, and your Spirit Tomb's basically dead right now, so... Yeah. Things aren't going too well for you, buddy. Really, Silver?
Yes.
So now the Spirit Tomb's dead.
Better than listening to your fucked up voice.
My fucked up voice coming from you. So yeah, he's gonna go into his fucking Chandelier, and I predict an Energy Ball coming. I have no idea if this thing's Choice Scarfed or not yet, and I know they like Packing Scarf. So I just go into my Heatran just to take the Energy Ball, because he is specially defensive, and he does Quad resist it. I think Quads resist it. Grass isn't super... Yeah, alright. Because I didn't know if, like, Grass was, like, neutral on Steel or something.
No.
Alright, but anyways, yeah, I take the Energy Ball, like, complete beast, take, like, 10 damage from it. He's gonna withdraw, and that kind of tells me, well, maybe he is Scarf. And he's gonna go out into his Rotom, and I'm like, alright, I'll just Protect, see what it's gonna do. Well, no, I protected on Chandelier to see what it was gonna do, but he switched out, and so Protect failed since he switched out. I could've went for a Protect there, and just stalled for an extra turn of,
Toxic.
Not Toxic, he's not Toxic, he's, Sand, and he doesn't have lefties on it. I have no idea what the fuck. I'm expecting Wide Winds, but I don't know. So I'll go back into Gastrodon, expecting the Hydro Pump, which he does. And I do take the Hydro Pump with Storm Drain and get +1. So I'm like, alright. So, yeah. Now he's going to switch out of the Rotom, knowing he really can't do shit to my Gastrodon, because he's probably got Hydro Pump and then Thunder and Volt Change and whatever other move. And he goes out into Cafagrius, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, you fag. This thing's like... I hate this fucking Pokemon, like...
It's so bulky.
No, it was bulky, like, it seemed like it was a really good poke at the beginning of, like, 5th gen, but then, like, it just, like, went to shit. People found out, like, all these counters for it. I think it's, like, RUNU now. So it didn't even give me a problem, really, so I just go for a Toxic on it, because I know, like, yeah, that's this thing's biggest weakness is fucking Toxic. Unless he's a rest carrier, which you never see. And he goes for Destiny Bond, and I'm like, alright, so I just know not to attack this thing now, just let it die from the Toxic. And like, he was like, I think he said something about, like, maybe, even if it dies from Toxic, it takes me with it with Destiny Bond. I don't know if he said that, but I know it doesn't. I'm not that stupid, so...
Could have fooled me.
Fuck you, Silver. Why do I have you in my narrations anymore?
Why do I have you in mine? You spend the entire video trolling me too, so I figure it's only fair.
I never troll you. I try to talk about the video. It's just the video's like something I'm not interested in.
Exactly. So instead of talking about the video, you troll the fuck out of me.
I just talk with you. It's a back and forth thing we have.
Yeah,
so I think he went for a Calm Mind, then he went for Psychic. I just went for a Recover because I'm a boss like that. And Toxic, it's doing its good little bit of damage to this fucking thing, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you. And
wait, you're a mouse? Is your name Minnie?
What?
You just said you're a mouse. Is your name Minnie?
I didn't say I was a mouse.
You said like a mouse.
I said like a bouse.
Sounded like mouse.
Oh, shut the fuck up. So I switch out in the Heatran, and he goes for Destiny Bond, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna attack you. If you think I'm gonna attack you, you're fucking stupid. So I'm like, yeah.
Before the next time it comes in, you forgot about Destiny Bond and attacked it anyway.
No, it doesn't switch out. He never switches it out, which is kind of stupid, because it's Toxic and it's wall, and like, I don't know. So I know this thing pretty much has nothing that it can touch me with, so I'm like, I'll just use this chance to set up my rocks. because he's got a Chandelier and a Rotom that aren't going to like that very well. Chandelier just because it's got the fire typing, and Rotom just because it's like so far down in health. And I'm like, alright, well, you know, let's see what we can do here with this fucking thing, because it's just a little bitch. And Toxic is gonna kill it this turn, I think. Yep, so now the mummy is gone. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, you damn mummy. Go back with... Yeah. Go back into the movies, you jackass.
Go back to Yuki's house, you dickwit.
Yeah. So now he goes into Go Lurk. Yeah, so he goes into Go Lurk, and I go for Protect, just seeing what this thing wants to do, just see if he wants to go for the obvious Earthquake, or maybe just predict like what I'm going out to. And he does go for the obvious Earthquake, so now I know, well, it's time for Heatran to get the fuck out of here. So I switch Heatran in and go into Togekiss, I believe, or Gastrodon, whatever. So I go into Gastrodon on the obvious Earthquake is obvious, and yeah, I'm just gonna tank it like a complete beast because I'm a fucking Gastrodon. I can tank anything. Or at least that's what I think. Until he gets a crit and kills Gastrodon off with Earthquake. So I'm like, alright, well, that's not cool. So I'm like, alright, I'll go into my Sceptile here. Hopefully, you know, Leaf Blade can finish it off. So I do Leaf Blade, you know, Leaf Blade fucking shit up, all that. And he lives with like 1 HP, like, I'm not even fucking lying, Silver. If you could see the video right now, you would see that this guy literally lived with like 1 HP. But it works out for me, because he tries going for a sub. And he doesn't have enough health to go for the sub. And I just finish him off with a Leaf Blade, and I'm like, la 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 la. Like, if you see a Sceptile, I think your Chandelier, like, I think it's Chandelier's, like, Scarf. You see a Sceptile come in and you got a Go Lurk. Why go for Substitute when you can switch out in that? I won't do much damage, and you can probably scare me out. But he doesn't do that, he just allows me to kill the fucking Go Lurk. I don't know if he thought I would go for, like, a Swords Dance or something. But, yeah, I am scared of the Chandelier possibly being Choice Scarf, so I go into Heatran just to see what it's going to do, and I'm expecting the Flamethrower, which it does.
What he may have been thinking was that maybe you would go for a sub, and then he would take the chance to get into a sub of his own, and then do stuff.
But if he wasn't Scarfed, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't have helped him anyways, because I would have broke his sub before he broke mine, and then I would have just outsped and killed. But yeah, he goes for Flamethrower, and then he goes for Shadow Ball, showing me that he is not Choice Scarfed with Chandelure. And I'm like, alright, well, okay, non-Scarfed Chandelure, alright.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. And actually, his first Shadow Ball did a lot for especially defensive, resistant Heatran. I don't know if that's just the pure fucking epicness of Chandelure, because he's like got like beastly, godly, whatever the fuck, demi-godly, legendary special attack. And the fucking thing's like not gonna take... I know I can't kill it, because the only attacking move I have is Flash Fire. I mean, not Flash Fire, Lava Plume. And I'm like, alright, so I Toxic'd it, so I'll just sit here and wait for it to basically die from Toxic. So I'm going for Protect, and I'm going for, like, just stupid shit. Yeah, I don't know if it has Flash Fire or not, that's why I didn't, like, you know, try,
Yeah. Smart move.
And I know it doesn't have Shadow Tag, because Sceptile was able to switch out, so only possible remaining thing is Flash Fire.
What does it get in Gym World?
Shadow Tag.
And its only other ability is Flash Fire? Doesn't have a second ability outside of Gym?
It has a second ability, I think, but I don't think it's, I don't think it's good, like, at all.
You know what? I'm gonna take this time.
Cerebiate?
Basically.
Battle's almost over, because the Chandelier just went down. He's going to go back into his, come and get me thing, Majigger. And I'm like... Alright, I'll just go for Protect, let Sand do one more turn of it, also see what he's going to do if he wants to go for the Hydro Pump. Now what he should have done here, knowing that all I have left is Sceptile and Togekiss, actually, and Heracross, so never mind, he shouldn't have done that.
Flash Fire, Flame Body, Shadow Tag.
So I don't know what he had then. Probably Flash Fire, though. But yeah, I'm gonna switch out and go into Togekiss knowing.
Magnus are you? Like a champ.
Yeah, I go into Togekiss knowing that I can live just at least one Hydro Pump. But Togekiss actually surprises me and takes that Hydro Pump like a beast. He probably could have lived like another 2. And I'm like, alright, well, you're a fucking beast. And that's the end of the battle. His Rotom is gonna die to the Sandstorm, and that's just another gym beat by his own thing. So, battle's almost done. We gotta go, Silver. Say bye.
Peace!
Peace.